Sicario 2, Day of Saldado. So Sicario 2, Day of Saldado is a film directed by Stefano Stalimo and it stars Josh Brolin, Benicio del Toro. They both are returning to reprise their roles. This is a sequel of the first Sicario film that came out in 2015. That film was directed by Denis Villeneuve, but in this film, it has a new director, and Emily Blunt, who was in the first film, does not return in this second film. And this film is all about the drug cartels are sneaking people through the U.S. border. So only way to prevent that from happening, the Secretary of Defense comes to Josh Brolin's character, and they wanted him to cause a war with all the drug cartels in Mexico and have them fight amongst themselves. So Josh Brolin recruits Benicio del Toro's character Alejandro to return to help him with this secret operation. This film was different in a few ways. In the first film, the film focuses through the perspective of Emily Blunt's character, but in this one, it focuses on the perspective of Josh Brolin's character and Benicio del Toro's character. It still has some of the similarities to the first film. It still has that groundbreaking grit that you just know that when you're watching this movie, you just know that things are about to go down. And when things finally go down, it doesn't hold back. Not at all. So pretty much men, women, children is going to get killed. Now, this Sicario is really dark and gritty, so there's going to be uncomfortable scenes in this film that more likely you won't really enjoy. Watching this film had some few tension from the first act and the second act. When I was watching this film, I felt like things about to go down, and then there's this one scene in the first act that when things went down, it went down and held no punches. So pretty much it got me at the edge of my seat wondering what could possibly go wrong in the very next scene. And I let you guys know that Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro characters are not considered good guys. They pretty much can do anything they want. What they do it for the greater good. Even that means killing like women, men, and children. That's what they gotta do. And they hold no punches with those two characters. In this film, we see Benicio del Toro's character grow a lot more because there's scenes in this film where he hangs out with this girl. And we see a little bit of his humanity start to leak and start to show itself. When the action sequence is happening, like the camera is like in first person and it like zooms in. Like, for example, there's like an action sequence that's happening in the car and the camera is like inside the car and you see like the battle through the lens of the camera that's happening inside the car, and it almost feels like you're there because it zooms in, it zooms out, and it starts to like slowly rotate the camera like into a 360 angle where you pretty much get a 360 view of the battlefield that's happening around that truck that the camera's inside, and that was pretty cool. I did like that. I gotta give praise to that. Yeah, I might use that later for a short film later. I love film. I like the cinematography. I did like the directional style from the director. And I did like the performances of Benicio del Toro and Josh Brolin. And also Isabel Moner, who was in Transformers 5. She did a good job of her role. But my issue has to deal with the story and the execution of the story. And the story did feel like it's a little bit convoluted when it starts to transition to the third act. The first two acts was cool, but once it got to the third act, that's when the story felt like it was a little convoluted, and I just didn't understand where they're going from there because when they first mentioned their plan, it looked good, but then as it progresses, it seemed like their plan wasn't making sense, and I'm just trying to figure out what were they doing. Another thing I had a problem with was the third act didn't really deliver a finishing blow to the storyline. And what I mean by that, it didn't wrap up the storyline, and it just ended, and it just left me with lots of questions about, okay, what happened to this character? What happened to this character? How did this character get from Z all the way to A? Like, that doesn't make sense. And then it just ended abruptly. Kid you not, this was the ending of Sicario.
So, you want to be a Sicario?
This film is definitely alright. It's not as good as the first one. It doesn't deliver on the storyline. The storyline worked for the first two acts, but then that third act, that's when the story definitely falls apart. So I gotta give Sicario, Day of Saldado, a Christian Bale Batman. This is a really good film. I did like the performances. It's not as good as the first one. I miss Emily Blunt Emily's Blunt's presence does hurt this film a little bit. You can definitely check it out in your theaters, but see it at a matinee for like $5 or less if you can at a movie theater. You don't have to worry about paying $10 or more. So guys, that's my review of Sicario 2: Day of Soldado. Have you seen Sicario 2? Give me your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment below and let's talk about it. I love you guys. You are the best, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you like everything you see and you agree, click right here. Join me in the Batman family. I'll have more Batman-tastic reviews in the way. You have been warned. Till then, ciao.